Can you believe it has already been 10 years since we first met the hot-tempered, devoted, and kind-hearted Danny Reagan? Did you know that Danny didn't always want to be a cop? And do you remember his funky middle name? In this video, we're about to tell you the strangest facts about Danny, so stick around till the end to know everything about your favorite Blue Bloods character. Firstly, did you know Donnie Wahlberg was a member of the music group New Kids on the Block? Yep, as surprising as it sounds, it's very true. Before portraying Danny Reagan on Blue Bloods, Donnie Wahlberg was frequently on the road with his band, New Kids on the Block. He's still performing and keeps in touch with his musical heritage through allusions and musical guests. The show has made a point of recognizing it. If you watched Blue Bloods last season, you'd remember the episode The Price You Pay. Detective Maria Baez and Danny are partners on rapper Cameron Gooding's case. To save Cameron, the partners track out his killer. The rapper gave them an offer after expressing his gratitude. He invited them out so he could thank them in front of everyone. Since Danny is a wordsmith, it required having them perform with him on stage. But Danny remarked that he had paperwork and could not come on the stage. At the end of this episode, a lot of fans took to social media to express their alternative endings for this episode. Some speculated for a minute that Danny would take the stage and sing a song or two. Alas, that never happened. Donnie can still find a way or two to sneak in his references. In the first season, Wahlberg said he would sneak a song title from New Kids on the Block into each episode. He gave a couple of instances where he would encourage Bridget Moynihan's character to, for instance, "Hey, hang tough," and "Call it what you want." Fans will undoubtedly notice Danny's references to New Kids on the Block in the first season if they pay careful attention to his comments. Would you believe us if we told you Danny had different partners before Maria Baez? Well, of course, he did. But to find one with such chemistry in sync, that took Danny quite some time. Although Danny and Maria have been partners for a while, Danny had other partners before season 3. The character who endured the longest was Jackie Curatola, portrayed by Jennifer Esposito. Danny was temporarily teamed with Ava Hotchkiss, Kate Lansing, and Candice McElroy. Danny battled with Ava, and Kate pulled Danny out of a pickle in season 3 before she departed. In Pilot, Danny had a new partner named DeMarcus King. Despite some fans' hopes for a romance, Danny took some time to find Maria, who was a terrific match for him. Did you know a drug cartel killed Danny's wife? Yep, fans first thought Amy Carlson's character, Linda, died in a helicopter disaster. It was subsequently discovered that the drug cartel killed her since Danny was looking into them. Because he never found solace in her passing, Danny struggled on. When he imprisoned Luis Delgado, this changed, which opened up more possibilities for fans to speculate on his love life. Now, don't go anywhere, as we're about to answer one of the most interesting trivia questions about Danny's life and tell you about an important discovery. Whose picture does Danny have on his desk? Stick around to find out. Before that, do you remember Danny was nearly almost sent to jail? It's simple to forget some of the things that have happened to the main characters over the previous 10 years of Blue Bloods, since so much has happened. One such occurrence was in season 3 episode Framed, where cocaine was discovered in Danny's Jeep and he was arrested. It turns out that he was looking into a case at risk of exposing that Captain Derek Elwood, who had interrogated Danny, had set him up because he owed a sizable sum of money to the bookie who had been shot and was a subject of Danny's inquiry. Even though that was quite the save, Danny wasn't too good at saving his niece from terrible nightmares. In a season 1 episode, Danny attempted to assist his niece, Nikki, with a school project when he received a call to a crime scene. Nikki begs him to take her, and he reluctantly agrees but orders her firmly to wait inside the car. When an inquisitive Nikki disobeys, she encounters her first corpse and experiences terrible dreams. Though unintended, Danny's actions that day left his niece Nikki with emotional scars and had her cope with inappropriate issues for her young age. Erin isn't too thrilled with her brother for exposing Nikki to a murder scene at such a young age. However, do you know Danny has the weirdest picture on his desk? Some people keep pictures of their partners, children, or animals on their desks at work. But Donnie Wahlberg? At his Blue Blood station, he has a photo of Tracy Morgan. The actor disclosed on his Instagram that Danny Reagan's desk contains a picture of the 30 rock star. Furthermore, he's possessed it for 9 seasons. How did we not see this before? And it's not just any picture either. It's a headshot of Tracy disguised as a police officer from the 2010 film Cop Out. Obviously, it's intriguing to use it in place of Donnie's real-life wife, Jenny McCarthy, or even images of Danny's family. But it sticks out anyway. We bet you all will undoubtedly search for a glimpse of it the next time you watch a Blue Bloods episode, because we sure will. But did you know Danny didn't always want to be a cop? Surprisingly, Danny Reagan, the committed detective, thought about choosing a different job. According to to Danny's memory. When he was younger, he had intended to dress up as a fireman for Halloween. Still, his grandfather, Henry, quickly dissuaded him from doing so. Instead, Henry gave a police outfit to his grandson, and the rest is history. Like most of his family, Danny works in law enforcement. He never backs down from a challenge and is relentless in his pursuit of justice. Although viewers are well aware of him and how much he loves and guards his family, there are a few surprises that they could have missed. Is it true that Danny neglects his personal life way too often? Donnie Wahlberg concurs that his character is careless regarding issues in his professional and personal life. Danny is focused on finishing the task but tends to ignore his problems, especially after his wife Linda's death. Fans like Danny could become preoccupied with his cases and forget that he is going through some difficult circumstances. Wahlberg stated in an interview that he wanted to see Danny cope with some of his previous trauma in the forthcoming 11th season, which could undoubtedly imply fresh stories and an opportunity to explore the character in a new way the program hasn't before. However, the viewers have also wondered, has Danny's temperament improved from the previous seasons? It's undoubtedly accurate. Danny's questioning method was quite severe in the premiere episode, including forcing the suspect's head into the toilet and lightly punching him. Danny is enthusiastic about his profession, and in the pilot, he had a deadline. He was looking for a missing girl, so it made him less tolerant of any pranks the suspect could have planned. Although he occasionally loses his rage and hasn't slammed anyone's head in a toilet recently, Danny has greatly calmed down since viewers first saw him. This is likely because of wisdom gained through lessons learned. Are you aware that Danny has a middle name starting with F? Fitzgerald. Danny's middle name is no less funky, but knowing Danny, this doesn't seem to fit him very well. Yet, it's still his middle name. This is undoubtedly a piece of knowledge about Danny that viewers missed because it needs to be discussed in every episode. Danny frequently finds himself in trouble, maybe realizing early on that this was to be anticipated by their kid. Frank and Mary gave him a 3-syllable middle name to provide a sense of gravity and seriousness when addressing him by his full name. Subsequently, Danny does not shy away from serious conversations. Do you remember the time when he helped Eddie? In a season 9 episode, Danny revealed to Eddie what had happened to their brother, Joe, who had died before the events of season 1. Danny gives her insight into Jamie's mindset and offers to speak with Jamie on her behalf, obviously with her consent. Given that Jamie is unwilling to allow Eddie to join a fraternal group, for Jamie, who looked into the Blue Templar in season 1, the group accountable for Joe's murder, it brings back unpleasant memories. By supporting and aiding Eddie and Jamie, Danny demonstrates his goodness as a brother-in-law in this episode. With Danny's devotion to his job and little quirks, he's one of the few characters in Blue Bloods that has made a permanent space in our hearts. What is one thing that you find the most intriguing about Danny? Let us know in the comments below, and if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe.